Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today, we got a marathon for Lee. Thank you so much, Lee, for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it. I'm super happy to be back doing marathons. It's been a lot of fun. Okay. And it's interrupting us here. It's been a lot of fun, and also wanted to thank Lee for sharing, that all these songs are very personal to him. So it's just nice to know, that you guys, sometimes you share, some notes or, some trivia, but also it's nice just to hear, these songs mean a lot to me. So I don't know. It's just like it changes up the whole, it changes up a little bit of the vibe you perceive, because I don't know, he's a good friend of mine, and I'll pay, some extra attention. Although I always pay attention, whatever, the notes say. So yeah, so we got 5 songs that are very personal to Lee. We're going to start it off with Van Morrison, Sweet Thing from the Astral Weeks album, 1968. That's going to be the first one, the album opener, the marathon opener. Then Elvis Costello, which we will go see Elvis Costello together, I promise. This is called I Do, Zula's song from Hey Clockface. I like that, Clockface. All right, it doesn't say the year. I'll figure it out as we go. Then Muse, oh my god, the marathon I did with the Muse track got so much love. Like, all the Muse fans were there. They were like even time stamping the Muse reaction at this minute. Unintended, Muse, from the album Showbiz, and this is a very personal moment for Lee in his life, from 1999. All right, can't wait for that. And Muse, I really got a new love for Muse because the song that I listened to the last time was so good. And then this is a band I've never heard of. This is called Hozier. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. And then this is called Swan upon Leda, from Unreal, Unearth, Unending. And I guess it says 2024, but I don't trust the year. I'll be going through those. And then he threw in some progressive rock because he's a prog head. Black Satin Dancer from Jethro Tull. And this is from the album called Minstrel in the Gallery. All right, cool. So from 1975. So here we go. Again, thank you so much, Lee, for sponsoring this video. I'm super excited to do this. And let's give it up for Van Morrison. And I hope you enjoy. If you're new to the channel, like the video. If you want to, of course, subscribe. If you want to, leave a comment and maybe a thank you to Lee for sponsoring this. So here we go. Let's go. Thank you.
And I will stroll the merry way and jump the hedges first. And I will drink the clear, clean water for to quench my thirst. And I'll show out the ferry boats and they'll get high on a blue ocean against tomorrow's sky. And I will never grow so old again. And I will walk and talk in gardens all wet with rain. Oh, oh. Sweet thing, sweet thing. Yeah. Sweet thing. I shall drive my chariot down your streets and cry. Oh, it's beyond dynamite and I don't know why. And you shall take me strongly in your arms again. And I will remember that I ever felt the pain. We shall walk and talk in gardens all misty wet, a misty wet with rain down. And I will never grow so old again. Just right. And I'll be satisfied not to read in between the lines. And I will walk and talk in gardens all wet with rain. And I will never, ever, ever, ever grow so old again. Sugar baby, sweet thing, sugar baby, sugar baby, sugar baby. What is champagne I had?
Wow. Very, very good. I just love his voice. It gets, I don't know, like there's something about that voice that when he goes really like, when he goes for it, it's so like effective, you know? And I don't know, there's something about his voice that I always like, and he can be so like loud, you know, which is great. And I love that it was, I was counting a little bit. I think it was only 3 chords, but it sounded so much fuller than 3 chords because the bass was, you know, doing all these like, I don't know. It was playing in between these chords. Then we had the flute, which reminded me a lot of Bob, the guy I used to play with in Mexico. He just passed away last year. Super young. I think it was like maybe early 70s, and super unexpected because that guy was pretty much the living, you know, he was, you know, even older in his older years, he was always jumping around and on stage and super happy, and he was always like eating the right food and stuff. It's just bizarre that he passed away. And Bob Tansen, I think I've talked about it. I posted something, and he played the transversal flute and also the sax, the guitar. And we would do some like older stuff, the Beatles, Bob Marley, and also some, you know, Van Morrison and stuff like that. Creedence, you know, stuff like that. And so yeah, but no, this song, really cool lyrics. I kind of got lost because even Spotify kind of like said, okay, the lyrics are still not like perfect. Usually when you read along it's like a white line that you read along, and these were just like there. So I kind of got lost because also the way he was singing very, you know, I don't know, I can't explain it. He was just singing, and then sometimes he would elongate a word, and then I was lost, you know. So, but very cool. I really like Van Morrison, and we got a lot of requests to do this full album, Astral Weeks, and we haven't. So maybe that's one we could do. But yeah, really, really cool. Thank you so much for the experience, because I don't know, I really enjoy Van Morrison. He's he's one of those special singers, you know, that kind of hit you in a certain way. I mean, there's so many good ones that really do it for me, but that's one of them. So Elvis Costello, that's another one that does it for me always. And I've always say this in every video, like when I do a reaction to Elvis Costello, I'm always like, okay, I have no idea what I'm getting into, because he has like every styles and none, you know. He's just like Elvis Costello. He does really do all the styles, you know, and he's just very original. So whenever I listen to an Elvis Costello song, I never know what it's gonna be, if it's gonna be rock or jazz or acoustic or just, you know. So that's what I love about him. He's full of surprises. But yeah, I do promise you, Lee, we will go see Elvis Costello when he comes to Denver. Okay, so here we go with I Do, and let's check it out. All right.
Crossroad. There's a nail in my shoe. Repeat to me softly as you vow they will see you through. Let's go to the other side and take in the view. Our eyes will see better there, watching the river flow. You may say I don't know, but I do. Starless, every day will be fine. Each hour will be peaceful as the winds make the river slow. The earth will be broken and will lie there. I am yours, you are mine. To long for longer is a crime. You may say I don't lie, but I do. But I do.
was not, exactly what I was talking about. I never expected something like this. This was, wow. This was like going on a little, like, it's super romantic. I love everything about this song. I hope, I mean, his catalog is so huge. I doubt he would play this live, but maybe, let me know. Lee, you're like a specialist when it comes to set lists, but these, I mean, the way the sax and the trumpet, I hope I'm getting this right, were harmonizing, and in that way it sounded, first of all, it sounded super, like, it sounded older, from like a different time, like the 20s, the 30s, that noir kind of like feel. And then that voice, also the cello, and I don't know if it was a bass played with an arc, because it was so deep, it was so low, like, that gave it so much, like, it gave it like this jazzy feel. Of course, we got 2 wind instruments, and we got some amazing string instruments, a light piano below, just to give it that, oh man, it just sounded amazing. And I loved the sustain in his voice. Every time he would sing I Do, and the way the vibrato in his voice, freaking amazing, this man. I can't believe that he plays other styles. Like, he could just play that and I would be a fan, but he just does it all, that's what's so special about Costello, every time I listen to this man, he just surprises me, and I'm sure Lee must be like giggling right now, because he's like, yeah, I got him, I got him. And because I am surprised, I have no idea what I'm getting into with Elvis Costello, and he obviously subverted my expectations once again. This was a beautiful piece, like I said, very romantic, very timeless, Then again, it does have that feel of, like, 100 years ago almost, the 20s, the 30s, 40s maybe as well, but just like, acoustic and jazzy, and I don't know, there's all these pictures in my head that are going by when I listen to music like that. Beautifully performed, just amazing guy. So again, thank you for this. This was great. Okay, so now this is going to be a bit different here, because Muse, as you guys know, Muse is, I don't really know. I mean, they are rock, they're metal. I would say they're progressive metal. But again, Lee requested this, so it could be totally something to throw me off. And we're good friends. We know each other. We've hung out like a lot. Especially last year, we went to, I don't know how many concerts. Alexia, him and myself, and we're just like, we like all the same stuff, and it's just really, so I don't know, it's like it's a special relationship. And obviously this marathon is a little bit more personal, and it's also like, okay, I'm gonna like throw that at you, let's see what happens, so I kind of know that that's what's happening, because since he knows me, and I appreciate this, because he's a metalhead, but I love that he also loves this type of music, because I myself, I have a huge I listen to metal and I listen to progressive rock, but there's also this other side of me that listens to classical music and jazz and fusion and all this music that I would love to cover on the channel, but nobody listens to. So it's kind of like, I don't know, we have that in common, we are metalheads and we like thrash metal, but we can also enjoy the beauty of something like this, right? So, okay, so this is Muse, and this is one of his first dance that Lee did with this couple, and that's just so special to know. That is so special to know. That was their first dance, and I love that. So here we go with Unintended by Muse. And let's see, maybe this is nothing like the one I did a couple of days ago. And here we go. Let's check it out. Heavy metal.
You could be my unintended choice to live my life extended. You could be the one I'll always love. You could be the one who listens to my deepest inquisitions. You could be the one I'll always love. I'll be there as soon as I can, but I'm busy mending broken pieces of the life I had before.
That voice, oh my lord.
First, there was the one who challenged all my dreams and all my balance. She could never be as good as you. You could be my unintended choice to live my life extended. You should be the one I'll always love. I'll be there as soon as I can, but I'm busy mending broken pieces of the life I had before. I'll be there as soon as I can, but I'm busy mending broken pieces of the life I had
Sudden stop here. Holy moly, what a beautiful song. Especially that last line. I was looking at the lyrics. I'll be no. Yeah, I'll be there as soon as I can, but I'm busy mending broken pieces of the life I had before you. Holy moly, because yes, I think we all, this thing's gonna go off again. I don't want it to go off again. Sometimes I do think of the life I had before, like for example, Alexia, and it's like, oh man, that sucked, like it was just full of sadness, full of jealousy, just like not good, you know? So I don't know. I'm just so happy, you know, that Lee is happy. Um, and I know his partner, and oh my God, I mean, they're just such an amazing couple. And I am so happy that they found each other, and then to dance this, you know, in the first dance together, that's pretty good, you know. So here it is. Okay, let me stop it. I'm just gonna put it to 16 minutes. Beautiful. Again, totally different what I thought I was gonna hear, because for me, Muse was either, I think, the first song that I ever heard, or some of the songs that Andres has played to me, or the song that I listened to last. And this is completely a different style, but I love that they can also, you know, go softer. It does remind me a lot of Radiohead, and I know they get compared to Radiohead a lot because of Tom York, because of those beautiful, you know, high notes that he's able to do. Beautiful, very unexpected. Like he does like this, he goes up and then sings very low and goes up again, and you never really expect, and you never really know when he's going to do it. Beautiful way of singing, beautiful of carrying this song with this beautiful melody. So wonderful ballad. Again, thank you so much for showing me this. Again, you know, it's a beautiful thing to show music. Like when I sat down with Lee here, and there's some videos you can look him up. It's exhilarating, you know, to show someone music that you love, because you're looking at them like, oh my God, is he gonna feel what I felt? Or I don't know, when I hear my favorite solo, you know, for example, today I was sitting here and I was listening to like this amazing solo, and I was just like in tears. And I know that maybe I'm like one of 10 people who are going to feel like that, you know, because it's maybe some other person would not understand why he is playing this way, or why does he sound a specific way, or, you know. And that is also with all sorts of music, you know, classical music. Maybe it's too much, you know, classical music, too many notes or too many instruments at the same time, you know. But some people, you know, just that, you know, is what gives us that, you know, that kind of like hit in the chest, you know, that makes us cry, or just it's maybe just one single note, you know, and the scenery of a movie, and that one single note, you know, makes us shed a tear. It's beautiful how we as humans react to music, you know. And sometimes I've caught myself, you know, kind of like pulling back when I do these reaction videos, because I mean, yes, there's hundreds of videos of me crying on the channel, maybe not hundreds, but a lot, you know, where I just can't hold it. But usually now I know that people like to see it, but it is kind of hard, you know. It is not a happy moment for me to release that sadness or like that feeling, because it's mostly embarrassing, because the way I cry, I first kind of like laugh. That's my first response. So people kind of like have taken it the wrong way. When I cry, I kind of like try to hold it in, and then I just kind of like laugh, even though I'm like already in tears. Like, so you can see that in a few videos. So, but I've kind of like felt that I've kind of like held back so that doesn't happen as often. Sometimes I just can't help myself. And usually when Alexia puts, when she puts her hand on my shoulder, that's even worse. Because then it's really like happening, you know, because she's like, I'm sorry, you know, and then it feels even worse. It's kind of funny how we respond, you know, that when we get that human emotion of like, you know what, I feel for you, then it's even worse, then it comes even harder. I don't know if that has happened to you, you know, when you cry and then somebody hugs you, that you really cry, you know. So that's what I feel when I cry on the channel. And then Alexia puts her arm on my shoulder, and then it's, you know, there's one video where I'm like, don't, because it makes it worse, you know. So Yeah, I know I talk a lot, but hey, this is also a video for Lee, and he likes, when we express ourselves, the real feelings, we're here about a reaction, and I think these songs really, produce a reaction within, and I just wanted to share that real quick. But yeah, beautiful song. Thank you so much for sharing it. And so the next one here, this is a band that I've never heard before. So Hozier, Swan upon Leda. Let me see if this is the right year. And then we'll continue. Swan, Hozier. So, oh yeah, okay. So 2023, it is correct. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Husband waits outside.
Jesus.
A crying child pushes a child into the night. She was told he would come this time, without leaving so much as a feather behind, to enact at last the perfect plan. One more sweet boy to be butchered by men, but the gateway to the world is still outside the reach of him. Would never belong to angels, and never belong to him. Swan upon Leda, empire upon Jerusalem. Her grandmother smuggling maids past where the godchild soldier Satin stood dead. Our graceful turner of heads weaves through the checkpoints like a needle and thread. Someone's frightened boy waves her on. She offers a mother's smile, and soon she's gone. The gateway to the world, gone in a trembling hand, when nature unmakes the boundary, pillar amidst its stand. Swan upon Leda, occupier upon exit land. The gateway to the world, still outside the reach of him, would never belong to angels, had never belonged to men.
Wow. This was amazing. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I've never heard of this man before, and then I love the description. I love the lyrics. I love the whole style. Like, I was like, man, I should do something like this, you know? You know, arpeggiate, you know, beautiful chords and sing like this. He has a beautiful Irish accent, of course. But it's just, you know, it's everything together. It's the lyrics, it's the feel, it's everything. And just like, I can't believe it. This man has about 50 million monthly listeners. That's literally more than any band I've ever done. Any of the bands that you guys listen to. But this is from 2024 as well. So this is amazing. I love that so many people listen to such great music, such heartfelt music. I'm super impressed. This was really good. Thank you for sharing this with me. This is like, I had to pull myself together here a little bit, you know, honestly. I can't wait to do more of this and to show Alexia this beautiful style of music. Apparently it says here that he recorded the first song, the one that has about 2 billion plays on here, almost 3 billion, called Take Me to Church. I think we should do that. It says here, little did he know that he was like about to like become like a mega star. He recorded it when he was living with his parents. So just that story is like, oh my Lord. It's one, you know, it is like, but all of his songs are in the hundreds of thousands of listens, or in the millions. So I'm so happy that this man is doing so well. I mean, 500 million, 400 million, 600 million reproductions, like literally every song on this album. This is like, this album as a first release is like, imagine, like, that is amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I had no idea, you know. But so he has 3 albums so far. Hozier is the first one. Then Wasteland Baby, 2019. And still, you know, still the same success here. Same amount of listens. Wonderful. That is so cool. I love it. That he's doing so well. And then this one here. So it came out in 2023. And again, just like really cool. This is like a completely new artist that we could, you know, discover together, Alexia and I, and share with you guys. So, okay. Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull. What is there to say about Jethro Tull? They're amazing. But imagine Jethro Tull, the legendary Jethro Tull, only 1 million monthly listeners. So you see, when that's kind of, again, crazy, but it's because also it's older music, you know, and that's why this channel and all the other channels that do reaction videos are so important, because I think without channels like us, this music would just be forgotten. So that's why I don't understand people, and I won't mention any names because we've done so too many times, would like say, don't play my music, you know, pay for it, but don't play it, you know, don't play it publicly. I think it's free advertisement for Jethro Tull right now, you know. I'm not getting paid by Jethro Tull, you know. Lee has decided, you know, to sponsor this video, so he's pretty much helping Jethro Tull right now to get, you know, spread into the world. So that's why I think it's very important to instead of blocking and, you know, saying no, don't play my stuff, you know, I think it would be much wiser to say, hey, play my music so people buy more of my records, because we've heard it hundreds of times. Man, I didn't know this band, I just bought the record, thank you, you know. So again, so here's Jethro Tull to lighten the mood. To lighten the mood. This was beautiful though. Like, I'm so happy we did this. A black satin dancer from 1975. Here we go. And 1, 2.
Come, let me play with your black satin dancer. In all you give and give is the answer. Tearing life from limb and looking sweeter than the brightest cloud in my world. Begging your pardon, shedding light some reason over sensation, fly the fleeting seasons. Thin wind whispering on broken mandolin, bending the minutes, the hours, ever turning on that old gold story of the mercy, a desperate breathing, tongue nipple teasing, your past forever flowing, your northern fire fades. Come, black satin dancer, come to bed.
This band. Insanity. I love it. So good.
Come let me play with you, come black satin dancer. In all you're giving, give is the answer. Your fast river flowing your northern fire fades. Come black satin dancer, come softly to bed.
Simply amazing. This band is obviously on a different level. They're, I think, in the, I don't know, maybe not 5 most famous, progressive rock bands, but maybe, I mean, yes, we got Genesis, King Crimson. I'm gonna forget all the good ones, but I think, yeah, Jethro Tull is like maybe let's say top 5 of like the old breed, Pink Floyd, even though I can't really call it, progressive, it's psychedelic, but it has prog elements, especially like Animals and Dark Side of the Moon. But I like this, like that old prog, like, like Yes and Genesis and Gentle Giant and I forgot Rush, Rush, those bands, King Crimson, I did say, there's so many, but they're obviously in the top 10. You have to recognize, and it's so funny because their first 5 albums, I would say, the 60s albums, and then Benefit, which we didn't really felt that proggy. And I think when they did Aqualung, that was kind of like the beginning of them becoming more progressive. And then Thick as a Brick was almost like a satire of the progressive style, and then they became a progressive phenomenon. And I mean, now it's been 40 years, almost 50 years later. I mean, the band has been around since 1968. So So yeah, Ian Anderson, he's just a special kind of like musician, live, amazing, like the live clips I've seen. Jethro Tull is just like, it's next level, it's just next level. Thanks to these people, we have bands like Dream Theater and stuff like that, thanks to Kansas, thanks to Genesis, Rush and stuff like that. We have, because I can't believe that this band beat out Metallica from what is my favorite Metallica album still, for some reason, because it has these progressive elements. It's called And Justice for All. If you haven't heard it, please do so. It is heavy metal, so yeah, you will have to deal with that. But but that year, Jethro Tull beat them with, let's see what album it was, 1988. Must have been Tales of Wonder or Crest of Knaf. Because, yeah, they were beat by Jethro Tull that year in 1988. And then they did for Best Metal Record. And then in 1991, Metallica did win Best Metal Album with the Black Album. Because they didn't release an album, according to Lars Ulrich. So yeah, this was great. Thank you so much, Lee, for this amazing marathon. This was a lot of fun. All top tier stuff. I wouldn't expect any less from you, and you still have to come over and we have to do that Dream Theater full album reaction. That's going to be a lot of fun. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Please comment below, even, if you want to thank Lee for this. I always love that when I see that. And yeah, give us your trivia. Have you heard the newer bands? What do you think about Muse? All that good stuff. What do you think about the 2024 release? Let us know. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one.